Trey, Big Ten play start now. How different is it going to be?
I mean, it's going to be a lot different. Obviously, the competition level goes way up. There's, the attention to detail and scouting and, the game plan. Everything just goes way up. I mean, it's just a great time of year.
And last year, this team was particularly good on the road in the Big Ten. How much can you use that experience to help you, especially you're starting off on the road right now?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, it seems like we start games better on the road, and we just have more of a camaraderie, and we definitely want to use that to our advantage. And we've won in the past on the road, so it does give you kind of a confidence boost thinking about that.
You guys are off to a great start, but it's a long season. Is it tough to kind of keep that in mind, knowing that you guys are off to your best start in school history?
Yeah, I mean, the way that we break it down is that this is the start of a new season. So I think everybody kind of has a mindset that we're 0-0 right now, and we had a good last season in the non-conference, but everybody starts fresh, and you never know what's going to happen. So you got to stay hungry every game.
Obviously, you take the games as they come, and the tournament, the NCAA tournament's way off. But in your pre-Big Ten season, you had no bad losses. The only one was to a top 10 team. That's the type of thing that, when it comes tournament time, that's what the tournament committee looks at. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think at all about the fact that you've done what you need to do so far to possibly get yourself to the tournament?
I only think we think about it in the sense that we're getting better, and we're improving each game. We're learning new things each game, and we use that to just try to take care of business one game at a time. We don't really think long term of what the committee thinks, or how what are we how are we going to shape out. Are we going to be on the bubble or that? We just try to think of one game at a time.
You guys have such great youth, both coming in and it's already here. Is it exciting to know that this is just the start of what could be a powerhouse of a conference team?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch Northwestern basketball, long after I'm gone, and you can just tell the level of commitment is way up, and I think the biggest thing, we're getting local, Midwest recruits, and I think there's a sense of pride of playing for Northwestern, and so I'm going to be watching, tuned into every game when I'm gone.
Last year, the team struggled a little bit in close games down at the end, especially during Big Ten play. This year, at least so far, in close games, obviously you guys have been great. Have you guys started to kind of learn how to win?
Yeah, we practice it a lot in practice. We do a lot of game situations. We're up to with the ball with however many seconds or minutes, and then we go over it in film. I think that's played dividends in the season so far.
How is Coach with you guys? We don't get to see practice a lot, but we get to see him in game. And it just looks like the intensity is just at another level. Mm-hmm. What's he like to play for?
I think even though we're 12-1, we get coached very hard. Everything is very critical, but constructive criticism, and the coaches don't let up just because we've won a lot of games. We still get yelled at for certain things. Certain guys for different things, and I think that's good because it just keeps the group hungry.
What have you seen so far in the growth of Bryant McIntosh from last year to this year?
He just keeps getting better, and just the composure that he has on the court, and he's by far the best point guard that I've ever played with, and you just trust him when he has the ball, and he's just such a smart player, and obviously he's grown, physically his body's matured a lot more, and he's just improved in all areas of his game.
Great start so far, but how excited are you to start Big Ten play?
I'm very excited. It's just I feel like we have a couple things to prove to everybody, just from the fact that I think people are kind of overlooking us a little bit, and it's just a good way to test our mettle to see how good we are.
Right. Last year, the team had trouble in close games. So far this year, the team has obviously won pretty much every close game. Is the team kind of starting to learn how to win?
Yeah, I think, and that's a process, is learning how to win. And I think what we went through last year has a lot to do with it. All the heartbreaks. I think it just kind of finally paying off in a sad sense that we had to go through those. But the fact that we've matured enough to be able to win close games is pleasing, I guess.
Another thing from last year was this team was particularly good on the road during the Big Ten season. What is it about them? Why do they play so well on the road?
I just think we understand we have to be very connected, and the fact that the camaraderie and the communication it just has to be on point in order for us to be able to win on the road. And I think that's just something we understand, and we kind of embrace it.
Like I said, you guys have been off to a great start, but do you feel you're playing your best basketball? It's a long season, and you don't want to spill out too early. Do you still think you guys have room for improvement?
Yeah, I definitely think we have room for improvement, especially on the defensive end. And I really don't think we've put together a full game where we've shot it very well, too, which I think can be a scary thought for other teams, too.
And just as a sophomore, you're making a huge impact on this team. 33 points last night. Do you feel as though you're coming into your own, or do you feel as though you're one of the leaders of this team?
I would like to think I'm one of the leaders as a team, just from the fact that I'm a point guard. I have to be able to command my team, and they listen to me and they look to me, and that's just what you want. And I think as far as growing or coming into my own, I think I'm beginning to. I feel like I have a lot of growth to do.
Obviously, the tournament's a long way off. You got plenty of games before then. But basically, you did what you had to do in the pre-Big Ten season to put yourself in as part of the conversation. How much do you think about the fact that it's a legitimate goal that you could reach this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always part of our goals, but, we're just taking one day at a time, and we just have to continue to get better in order for us to accomplish, what we've set out to do.
The three-point shooting on this team is unbelievable. Do you guys kind of lean on that, knowing that if you get too far behind, you guys can shoot your way back into a game?
Yeah, and that's a kind of live and die by the three is what a lot of people say. And I mean, it's tough to be a team like that, but we can really shoot the ball. So, I mean, it's something as our identity, we just kind of embrace it. We are a team that can shoot it.
How much of an adjustment was it this last game to play without Alex?
It was a tough adjustment, especially in the first half. That's kind of the person we go to early on to kind of get us going and to set up our inside-out game. It opens and spaces the floor for us when we can get him going early. And the fact that we didn't have him, it kind of, I think, put us on our heels a little bit.